Hi, I'm Brandon Baldwin from SUNY Canton Automotive. Today we're going to be talking about winterization tips. We're doing this because you don't want to get stranded, and even if you do, you want to be prepared for it. So let's get started. We're going to want to check battery condition. On this vehicle it's got the jump start post because the battery's sitting in the rear. So with this tool we can measure state of health and we can measure state of charge. So make sure that both are healthy. You might want to consider getting this done at your local shop. Another thing we want to do is check the condition of our coolant. So by using the hydrometer, not only are we checking the condition, but we're also checking the freeze point. So you want it to be around negative 34 degrees. Because you know those cold nights in January, we sometimes get down to negative 30. Well, I'm thinking about it too, right? Your washer solvent. You want to keep your washer solvent full, because not only is this good for clearing the window when you've got bugs on it during the summertime, but during the wintertime, when you get a slight ice on it, being that it's good to negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit, it can actually help you to de-ice the windshield as well. Another thing you want to check, air conditioning. So make sure that all of this area here is unobstructed. You might wonder, well, why would I need air conditioning in the wintertime? Well, you need the air conditioning compressor to run so that way you're drying the air that's coming up on the windshield as you run the defogger. So if you don't have the dry air, you're not going to defog it very well. So next I'm going to clean the windshield so that way we can put the RainX on it. So we go over the whole windshield and we're going to use separate towels in order to do that because we don't want any dirt intrusion to streak across the windshield. Alright, so the next part, I know there's other brands out there, but I'm going to use RainX brand. We're going to spray the windshield. What this does is it helps to repel the water. As the rain hits the windshield, the wetter that it gets, the more that the water beads and it simply flies off. Now for winter, what's great about that is it helps to get the ice off as well, and helps to not fog as much either. So what you're going to do is, and you got to make sure that you're doing this well above 40 degrees. If you're in a warm shop, the warmer the better. I've seen some people do it before where they'll spray it on here, like we're doing right now, right? Just a haze, and then you're going to rub it in. And then what some people have done before too is they'll turn on the defogger with the air conditioner running, of course, turn it on high heat to get that windshield even hotter. When you get the windshield hot, it gets the RainX more into the pores. Now you're going to keep on buffing this as if you were waxing the vehicle, so that it shines, and as you're looking through the windshield that you can see more clear. Okay, so while we're here at the windshield, of course, visibility is key. That's why we're focusing on the windshield so much. So here's the kind of wiper that you'd get. It might become stock or cheap replacement. Well, these are fine, except that this area here can get full of ice and snow and it can break easily. So a better solution, which you can see is on this vehicle already, is a bar style. You'll notice that there's no spaces for the water or the ice to get built up in. There's also another style that's similar to this, but it has a rubber boot on the outside. They're actually called winter wipers. And by having that, if you do get some water in there, you can simply move it around and break it loose. Still, this style that's on here already is really the better style to have. Here's one of the things I really like about the winterization process. There's a silicone spray. By using the silicone spray, what we can do is we put it on all the rubber parts where the water will come in contact with the rubber parts. So the silicone spray displaces the water, and so therefore if the water can't get in, the ice can't form. And if the ice can't form, your water or your window will continue to go down. So here's what I mean by that. You're going to spray it in the space where the window is going to go. Now, I'm trying to be careful with this. Some of these do come with a straw. If you don't want it on the interior, you can simply have your cloth behind you as you go. So I'm going to spray it up in here. And if you're going to get a paint job on your car, you definitely don't want to get it on the fresh paint. But anywhere where the window is going to ride. We're also going to open the door. And we're also going to do the door seals. Now keep in mind, there's more door seals than just the one that you see there. There's also the one that's at the top of the door. The reason that we're doing that, again, is so that we displace the water so that it doesn't stick. In fact, even if you weren't in a winter climate, this is still just a good idea to do with your seals, it keeps them soft and pliable, so that way they don't get brittle and start to fall apart. One really very important thing about winter is having traction. Now you'll notice that the tire on the left that's on the vehicle, right, this is a all-season tire, which is fine or can be fine. What you want to look for if you're buying all-season tires is tires that have a lot of these little cuts in it. You'll notice on this winter tire has many sipes in it, which are the little cuts. This is what actually grips on the ice. One thing nice about this too is that the compound on here has a high wear compound, which isn't something that you would normally advertise, but with snow tires it's more important that you're safe than the wear of the tire. So again, right, looking at the difference in the tires here, this tire will do better in the snow than this tire because of all the little cuts and the large open areas here to get the water and the snow out. Things that you should keep in your vehicle. Of course, you should keep a blanket in your vehicle in case you get stranded, and food such as a granola bar. But then we've also got the common sense things like jumper cables. So with the jumper cables, if you keep these in your vehicle, you can not only jump somebody else, but you can get yourself jumped just in case your battery should go dead. If you're doing that though, you're going to have the vehicle that has the power running, so that way it's charging, and then you're going to connect it to the vehicle that's not charging. Next, you've got a good stiff snow brush, right, for getting the snow. Sometimes it's thick, and so therefore you have to have something thick. Now this particular snow brush also has the blade on here in order to remove the ice. And then on the side it has these little barbs in order to chip through ice. Next we've got a small shovel. Now this small shovel is the kind that you can fit it in a box, but it comes apart so that way you can disassemble it into 3 pieces and it takes up less room in your trunk. When you need to use it, if you need to use it, and hopefully you don't need to, you'll simply put the shovel back together and be able to use it. Hopefully this tutorial will help you get through the winter with ease and safety. If you like what you saw, then subscribe to our channel. And my name is Brandon Baldwin from SUNY Canton Automotive. Thank you.